Good day folks, Sean here from Air Photography. So in today's video, we're going to talk about, in my opinion, what is the best drone for travel in 2024. And for many different reasons, in my opinion, that is the Mini 4 Pro. Now, in all reality, any of these drones would make an excellent choice for traveling with. They all fold up into a very small form factor. However, there are some reasons that make the Mini 4 Pro exceptional when it comes to travel, and not just necessarily the aircraft size. Now, with all that said, definitely the size does give the Mini 4 Pro an advantage, and not necessarily if you're just looking for a drone for traveling, but even for road trips or hiking, canoe trips, things like that. Having a small, lightweight drone can be very beneficial when it comes to packing. This drone folds up into a very small form factor. This fits very nicely into a carry-on bag if you're going to be going on an airplane. But again, if you're a person who's going to be doing a canoe trip or a hiking trip, and you just need to have something that takes up very little room, you're not going to get a drone much smaller than this. Now, this goes across the board to any of the Mini series for DJI, whether it be the Mini 3 Pro, the Mini 3, or the SE series. Any of those small drones will be a perfect choice for travel. However, the Mini 4 does have some advantages over those other drones, which we will talk about here in a minute. On top of its small form factor, it's also the weight that can be a big issue. Again, if you're hiking or doing a lot of day trips, you don't want to have a big heavy drone packed in your bag. The Mini 4 Pro comes in at around 250 grams, depending on what battery you have in it. So that can be very important when every ounce counts when you're packing light. But even for myself, when I'm doing a day trip, quite often I like to bring a drone with me, and I don't know if I'm going to end up flying it that day, so to bring a big bulkier drone, something like the Mavic 3 Pro or even the Air 3, just doesn't make a lot of sense to carry that around all day whether I'm going to use it or not. This fits in a little shoulder bag, there's hardly any weight to it, so it's not an inconvenient thing to bring along, whether I decide to use it or not. And while we're talking about weight, that magic number of being under 249 grams can be very important depending on what country you plan on traveling to. In many countries, the only option you have as a tourist is to fly a sub 250 gram drone. Now, of course, you're going to have to do your research because the regulations are quite different from country to country. But if you are going to be specifically purchasing a drone for travel, something like the Mini 4 Pro or any of the other Mini series drones is a great choice because you will have the option of flying it in more countries than some of the larger drones. The other thing to consider here too is battery size. Here we have a battery from the Air 3, a battery from the Mavic 3 series, and here we have the Mini 3, Mini 4 battery. As you can see, there is quite a size difference and quite a weight difference as well. So if you're going to be traveling or hiking or canoeing and you want to bring some spare batteries with you, it's much easier to bring a couple batteries like this with you than to pack 2 or 3 of these larger batteries. These batteries can actually add quite a bit of weight to your kit. Now, another really important reason why the Mini 4 Pro can be a great choice for traveling is due to how quiet and unobtrusive it is. It's a known fact that not everybody appreciates drones, and sometimes flying a larger, noisier drone can draw unwanted attention. The Mini 4 Pro is extremely quiet. Once you have it up in the air, most people aren't going to know you're even flying it. It allows you to go in, get your shot, you can land it, and then move on to the next location. Now, another reason why the Mini 4 Pro makes a great choice for travel is that it tends to be a little bit less expensive than some of the other larger drones. And that can be important for many different reasons. You never know when you're going into some countries if they're going to end up confiscating your drone. You might do your research, and yes, you can bring drones there, but sometimes at the airport it gets a little bit tricky and they may confiscate it. Or perhaps you're doing some adventure traveling and you're getting some risky shots with your drone and you end up happening to lose it. It doesn't hurt the wallet as much with a smaller, less expensive drone than if you're flying something like the Mavic 3 Pro. Another reason this makes a great travel drone is that this is a full-featured drone. In the past, with many drones, we had to sacrifice video quality and some of the intelligent flight features, but that's not the case with the latest version of the Mini drone, the Mini 4 Pro. DJI has packed so much technology and features into this drone. Essentially, it has everything that some of the larger, more expensive drones have. You can do waypoint missions, master shots, panoramas. The only difference is going to be the camera and some of its features. But the quality of the Mini 4 Pro is exceptional. I had it out with me on the East Coast of somewhere, and this was the drone I ended up flying the most just because of its convenience, easy to take along. A lot of the places I wanted to fly were within an airport bubble, and in Canada, the only way without getting all those extra waivers is to fly a mini sub 250 gram drone. Now lastly, another reason that makes the Mini 4 Pro a great drone for travel is due to its true vertical video. A lot of times when we're traveling and we're capturing content, it's being captured for the sole purpose of social media. You might be vlogging, sharing your travel and adventures, and the fact that with the Mini 4 Pro you can film in 4K and vertical, there's no other DJI drone that's able to do that. Of course, you can crop video. The Air 3 has that mode where it will film at 2.7K in vertical, but if you want true 4K vertical video, the Mini 4 Pro really is your only option, other than something like the Mini 3 Pro. So yeah, folks, that's basically it for this video. Those are my thoughts why the Mini 4 Pro is the ultimate travel drone in 2024. If you're looking to purchase a drone for the specific reason of traveling, road tripping, when you want a drone that's easy to bring along, easy to deploy, lightweight, and is not going to bog you down. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thanks a lot. We'll see you in the next one.